Hi, welcome to Moo Moo Math. Today I'm going to teach you how to find the area of a triangle using the box method. Now you're going to need to have your triangle already drawn on the coordinate plane. And you need to know two formulas before you start. You need to know the area of a rectangle, which is length times width, and you need to then know the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. If you know all those items, then you're good to go. Okay, here's our example. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in because I'm going to be doing some drawing on the graph to kind of show you how all this works. Okay, so I have a triangle ABC and I have identified the coordinates across here. Okay, now the coordinates really aren't that important in this method. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to draw myself a rectangle that is going to go all the way around or circumscribe this rectangle. So see what I'm doing? I'm drawing from basically vertex to vertex. So from A I drew all the way over till I got to C. C I drew all the way up until I got to B, and then I drew across back to A. So I've got a rectangle right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the area of this rectangle. So I need to know the length and the width of this. So I'm just going to count my blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6 units long, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's 4 units high. Okay, so let's go back for a second to our sheet. We needed to know the area of this whole rectangle, and then what we're going to do is once we do that, we're going to take it out the area of these smaller the small triangles, and what we're going to be left with is the area of triangle ABC. So the concept is find the area of the rectangle and then remove these 3 right triangles and you'll have the area of what's left. Okay, so what we're going to do first is find the area of the rectangle, and we just talked about a second ago. What's the area formula for a rectangle? It's a length times width. So I'm just going to go 6 times 4. 6 times 4, so my area is 24, and that's the area of the whole rectangle. Now let's take each small triangle. So I'm going to take this one first, okay, this top one, and this triangle is 1, 2, 3, 4 units long and 2 units high. So it's 1/2 4 times 2, okay, which is going to be half of 4 times 2 is 4, okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the next triangle over here on the left side. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 units high, 2 units wide, 4 by 2. So I'm going to take 1/2 of 4 times 2, and again that's going to be 4. And then I'm going to find the area of this bottom triangle. Well, that we already know this is 6 and this portion is 2. So 1/2 of 6 times 2, half of 6 times 2 is 6. So I'm going to take the area of the rectangle, which is 24, and I'm going to subtract the 2 triangles that have an area of 4, and then the third triangle, which has an area of 6. And what's going to be left is the area of the triangle. So let's just jot that down. So I have the area, length times width, 6 times 4 is 24, and that is the area of the rectangle. And then I've got each of the 3 triangles. So I'm going to say triangle number 1 is 1/2 4 times 2. So the area of that one is 4. I have another triangle who has a height and a base of 4 and 2, so its area is 4. And then the third triangle has the base of 6 and a height of 2. So the area of that triangle is 6. I'm going to take 24 and subtract 4, subtract 4, and subtract 6. So I'm subtracting 14. So 24 minus 14 leaves me with an area of 10. And that is how you find the area of a triangle when it is in the middle of a graph and you can't draw easily an altitude and you can't easily find its base. So that's how you do it. And remember, units and area are always units squared. And that is the box method when you have a triangle graphed on the Cartesian coordinate plane. Hope this video was helpful.